Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing this video series type of thing that I'm going to be calling hashtag askdonut because I wanted to do the TMI tag today, but I think that the questions on there are like pretty boring and generic, and I feel like everybody and their mother has done the TMI tag, so I wanted to ask you guys to ask me some like different type of questions that are not normally asked on YouTube, I guess. I guess I kind of got some weird questions. I'll be sharing that with you. I asked on Twitter and Instagram, and a bunch of you asked me some questions. So yeah, I'm going to answer that for you right now. So if you want to know a little bit more about me in a kind of weird way, probably things that you probably don't care or get to know about, then please keep watching. The first question is, what is the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you? Well, one thing I would like to say about myself is that I do not get embarrassed very easily, and it's kind of not a good thing because I'll be doing things that are super embarrassing for people, I guess, and I'm just not embarrassed. I don't care. I'm not that shy. And my dad calls me Puff Dude, and in Albanian it kind of just means like without a face, like you do things without, just like embarrassing things. I'm like an embarrassing person, and he doesn't mean it like in a bad way. He just means it like I'm just pretty like rebellious, and I say what I want to say and I do what I want without really thinking, and sometimes it gets me into trouble. But yeah, with that rant aside, the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me, I've had a few things that have happened to me that have embarrassed me, but nothing like crazy that I like think about it to this day and I'm like, oh my god, I wish that never happened. Like a few times, I never buy those strapless bikinis anymore because, I mean, they're just not enough support for the girls, if you know what I'm saying. And I've been to like the beach and the pool a few times, and like I was swimming and I would just like get up abruptly from the water, like a wave would crash down on me or something like that. And I just remember a few times in my life like getting up from the seawater and having my top down in Jones Beach in front of like every single person in New York that Labor Day weekend, and it was pretty embarrassing. And that stuff like that has happened to me, but I mean, I just brush it off. It's not a big deal. People have seen worse, you know what I mean? Are you and your hubby ever planning to get married? If I had a hubby, that would mean I'm married, but maybe. So I guess you'll have to wait and see. What does your tattoo say? I like finger tattoos. This tattoo, the particular one that you're asking about, says "Let me live," and I got it so randomly one day. I just was like, I woke up and I'm like, I want this tattooed on my finger so I could just remind myself to just live life and stop being so scared of things and just like, you know, just get over your anxiety, girl, and just prosper. Did this tattoo help me in life? Not really. Do I still have anxiety to this day? Yes. So if you think a certain quote or something is like gonna really be like life-changing for you if you like ink it on your body, let me just be the first person to tell you that it's probably not going to happen. I'm not telling you not to get tattoos, but don't just like get it the first day that you think of it because you think that it's gonna be like life-changing. Tattoos aren't life-changing. You are life-changing. You can change your life without a tattoo. I'm not telling, whatever. I sound like a freaking mom, right? My mom tells me this, that I don't need it, and she's upset, and she wants me to laser it off and blah blah blah. And I would, honestly, because I don't even like the way that it looks, but laser freaking hurts, and I know that because my cousin told me, and I do not want to even go through that pain because out of all the tattoos that I have, my finger hurt the most because I guess it's like the boniest part of my body, and I felt it like scraping on my bone, you know what I mean? And it was just disgusting, and I would never do it again. So yeah. How old are you? I turned 21 in April, and a lot of people think that I'm older than that, but nope, I'm 21 years old. What type of music do you listen to? I've answered this in a previous video, I'm pretty sure, but literally I like everything. I listen to everything. If you see my Pandora, there are 100 stations on there, exactly 100, and I know that because you're only allowed to have 100, and every time I try to add a new station, it doesn't let me, so I have to like pick somebody to delete, and it literally breaks my heart. And I seriously mean this when I say this. Do not judge me by my Pandora list. So we're gonna go as follows. And this is just like a random order, I guess. Okay, I'll try to breeze through this.
The Beatles, Daughter, Billy Talent, I did not add that, my boyfriend did. Louis Armstrong, EDM Radio, Bingo Players, Eric Pride, I don't know how the hell to say his last name. Freddie LeGrand and Nicky Romero, Blaster Jacks, Laid Back Luke, All That Remains, Hardwell, The Killers, Bob Marley, Frank Sinatra, Kanye West, Zed, Escape the Fate, Nicky Romero, Edward Maya, Three Loco. If you don't know who Three Loco is, I suggest. If you do not know who Three Loco is, I highly suggest you look it up. It's with Andy Milonakis, this guy named Dirt Nasty, and freaking, what is his name? He's from G's to Gents. What is his name? Riff Raff. If you know, look it up. They make some good music. Iggy Azalea, Rascal Flatts, The Band Perry, Lady Antebellum, Eli Young, Blake Shelton, Kip Moore, Tyga, Wiz Khalifa, Ja Rule, Afrojack, Mariah Carey, The Verve, Steve Aoki, Macklemore, Diplo, Sublime, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Dave Matthews Band, Jack Johnson, Kendrick Lamar, Ron Pope, Black Eyed Peas, spa music for when I want to like relax, Maroon 5, Lana Del Rey, Christina Perry, Rita Ora, Frank Ocean, Miley Cyrus, Relaxation Radio, again for when I want to relax. Demi Lovato, Benny Benassi, I don't even know how to say his name. Tyler the Creator, A Day to Remember, August Burns Red, Likey Lee, The XX, David Guetta, Calvin Harris, Justin Timberlake, Jay-Z, Jadakiss, Avicii, Ryan Leslie, Miguel, The Weeknd, Fabulous, Kings of Leon. Again, I'm like the worst at pronouncing bands, artists, whatever names, because you guys all want to be like funky and that's your fault, so whatever. Colby Calais. Yellow Card, Blink-182, Jason Mraz, The Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, Chris Brown, Bruno Mars, J. Cole, Big Sean, Aaliyah, Swedish House Mafia, Kate Nash, Foster the Pope, Dev, Eminem, Amy Winehouse, The Script, Adele, Stromae, Nicki Minaj, Kid Cudi, 50 Cent, Coldplay, John Mayer, Lil Wayne, and Drake.
That's the kind of music that I like. I hope that answered your question. How often do you do your eyebrows? Okay, let me have like a small discussion about my eyebrows and the struggle, because I seriously have a real struggle with my eyebrows. First of all, I had to do this First of all, I had to do them before this video because they were like crazy. Second of all, to answer your question, I literally have to do them like once a week. Sorry, I have an itch. I have to do them like once a week, at least. They grow like freaking weeds. Do weeds grow like a lot? I've heard that expression before. They grow like crazy. So everyone was like, oh my god, your eyebrows are so thick, blah blah blah. I cannot control that. I would literally have to like chop my eyebrows in half every 5 days. My eyebrows are just naturally thick. Plus I like to fill them in. Plus I like the way they look. Plus I just like them. Plus they just make me look different and unique, I guess, than most people, and a lot of people give me so much hate about it, and I love it. I seriously do, because if this is something that makes you so angry inside, then I think you should seek some counseling. If you were a fish, what kind of fish would you be? I don't really like fish because all the fish that I've had in my life died, and it made me really sad. But I think I would be salmon just because I like to eat it and it's tasty. But I hope no one would eat me. I would like swim. I would swim to like the Bahamas and just like chill there, and hopefully like no one would find me. Just salmon live in the Bahamas.
I don't know anything, girl. I'm not educated. I didn't pass the 5th grade, alright? I don't know anything. Stop asking me these educational questions.
How old were you when you grew an interest for makeup? I've been interested in makeup my entire life, forever, as long as I can remember. I remember seeing my mom's aunt put on this like L'Oreal old ass lipstick on one day, and I was like watching her like, I'm gonna put that lipstick on when she walks out of this bathroom. She walked out of the bathroom, I grabbed that lipstick, I put that right on. It was red and luscious, and I was like, oh girl, you look so good. And since then, the rest is history. You know what happened next. Why do I always have to make the sandwiches? From James Kagi? I don't know how to say this guy's last name. I don't know who you are, but can you please like stop asking me false questions on my Instagram? Thank you. Do people look at you differently or treat you differently because you make YouTube videos? Not really. Like, if you mean like when I go out places, do people like come up to me or look at me like that's the girl from YouTube? No, I don't think anyone like in the town that I live in even knows that I make YouTube videos for the most part. I've never had anybody like recognize me off of YouTube. I'm not like YouTube famous. I'm not gonna like walk to the grocery store and people are gonna be like, yo, can I have your autograph? Like, I just make these little tutorials and I'm pretty okay with that. But as far as like family goes and whatever, no, they don't treat me any differently. They don't treat me special. They don't treat me like whatever because I make videos. And I feel like they're always gonna do that. Like, let's just say miraculously one day I do have like 200,000 subscribers or something like that. I'm just throwing out a random number. I just know that my family's always gonna try and keep me humble and not like let things get to my head. And just, you know, that's just how my family is. I love them. They're amazing and they would never let me like become full of myself or anything like that. So no, to answer your question, I don't get treated differently at all. People like will tell me like that's cool that you do that and blah blah blah, but not really. I mean, on social media, yeah, maybe I do get treated a little bit differently than other people on social media. For example, if you just are a person who has an Instagram just for the fact that you want to like share pictures with your friends and you have like a few followers, that's normal, that's what I used to do, then you're just treated whatever as yourself. I don't know how to explain this. People that you actually know comment you and you interact with people that you know and it's just like normal. With me, I talk to people every single day that I do not know. People DM me and email me and message me every single day that I don't know, asking me for advice, asking me a bunch of questions and stuff like that. I got letters to my P.O. box already and just stuff like that. So yeah, I guess that's kind of different now that I'm on YouTube. But no, in general, I'm just me and that's all I'll ever be, like no matter what. So I've been following you since day one and each day you get prettier. What's your secret? Well, thank you so much for that compliment. I don't know what you're talking about. I think I look the same all the time. I don't have a secret. Maybe my makeup skills are getting better, which is a good thing. So yeah, my advice to you is keep watching my tutorials so you'll see like what I do differently. But I don't know what to say. Thanks, girl. If you had a makeup brand, what would you call it? Shh. We'll talk about that later, okay? If you could choose one place in the whole world to live, where would it be? I have one answer to this only, and that's because I haven't traveled much in my life, but I've gone to a few beautiful places. And I can't just bring myself to say that I would pick California because that's somewhere that I would like to live. I've never been there, so maybe I wouldn't want to live there if that's the only place that I could choose. So the one place that I would choose that I have lived in before, that I've visited before, is Montenegro, because seriously, it is such a beautiful country and I love it so, so, so much. And if you ever want to visit a place that's kind of like not a traditional place to visit, not some place that normal people go, like it's not Rome or Paris or Ireland or England or Fiji. People don't normally say I'm going to Montenegro for the summer. I've never heard of people say that unless their parents are from there or something like that. I would highly suggest that you look into that because it's seriously a beautiful country and it's awesome and you would have so much fun. The oceans there are gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I love it. What's your favorite lipstick? Girl, you just asked me literally the hardest question of my freaking life. So as of right now, my favorite lipstick would have to be just the one that I'm wearing, and it's called Tonkin by NARS, and it gives you that whole like Kylie Jenner look. I actually have a video on it, and I'll link it down below, and it's seriously amazing. I love this lipstick, but yeah, I don't have a favorite. Don't ask me those kind of questions. Seriously, that's crazy. Do not ask me crazy questions. I know I asked you to ask me weird questions, but that is like too much. I can't handle it. I can't handle questions like that. If you had to choose between donuts and concealer, what would you choose? Are you kidding me? Donuts? I could always use foundation to conceal. Stop. What are your most comfortable sneakers you love to wear? I only wear one pair of sneakers because I'm not like into sneakers that much. And they're the Nike, are they called like the 5.0? Oh, they're called the Nike Freeze. Now I'm thinking about my sister. She knows this kind of stuff. They're called the Nike Freeze, I think. And I have them in black and white. Cats or dogs, and why? Dogs because I've only owned dogs. I've had a cat once for like a day and I think I lost it or something. Or maybe that was my neighbor's cat. I don't know. I was like 7. But I'm not trying to be mean like for all you cat lovers and owners, and I know you guys are like a cult and you're probably gonna like get angry with me for saying this. But seriously, I find cats to be very mean, like at least the ones that I've came across in my life. I'm sure that you people have nice cats, but I've been scratched by so many cats and just they're not so nice, and I'm like afraid of them because they have claws. I would literally have 10 dogs right now if I could, but no one's letting me do that. What are you studying in college? I just started, so it would be dope to know your experience. Well, if you want to know my experience, I've been to like 3 colleges so far, and I've changed my major 3 times. So, the first major that I decided to go into when I started college was nursing, and I changed that fairly quickly, realizing that I suck at math, even though I knew that my entire life, but I didn't know that you would need it so much for nursing. And also that I don't like hospitals, I don't like doctors, places, and I don't like sick people. Not that I don't like sick people, but it makes me sad to be around them, and like I would never want to put an IV in somebody or like draw blood or anything like that, and I was just like, this is not for me. And I went into it because I love to help people and stuff like that, and I thought this would be an awesome job. I could like save lives, even though do nurses like really save lives? I don't know. But I thought like, yeah, like team nurse, like I could do like big things and like impact people's lives and stuff like that, but it's just not for me. Like I'm not the right person for that. After the whole nursing thing was a bust, I decided to go to like my one true passion in life, which is writing. And I've always been a writer. Like that was like my thing my whole entire life. Poetry and like stories and just like real life stuff. I always kept a journal. I still do. I love to write. It's like my favorite thing in the entire world besides makeup. Those are like my 2 favorite things. And I always dreamed about having my own book one day somehow, about something important, something influential, whatever, something that would impact people. I always wanted that to happen. So I was like, let me go to school for writing. And I started my major as journalism, and my journalism class was just horrible. I just didn't like it. It was all about like news and stuff like that. And I think it was just stupid of me because the kind of writing that I wanted to do was not journalism, so it was kind of like a bad choice to begin with. But I was going to switch it to like regular writing, if that's even a major. And I talked to somebody that I know, a friend of my family, who is actually a writer for a very prominent magazine. And he has also written a few books in his lifetime. And he told me that writing is just not a good career to get into in this day of age because books are dying out, magazines are dying out, newspapers are dying out. And also my professor who taught the journalism said the same thing about newspapers and stuff like that, that like news is dying, not that news is dying out, but like everything that you can read or find out about is now online. So you making a book is not the same as it was 10 years ago or 20 years ago. It won't make you as much money, even though that's not really why I wanted to do it, to make a ton of money. Like that's not really what it is. It's my passion, but you gotta eat, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to, like, if you're gonna go to college for something, you need to finish it to do something in your life that's gonna pay your bills, that's gonna put food on your table, that's gonna, you know, like help you and your family. And people are just so discouraging about it, telling me that it's not something that's ever gonna really like make me prosper in life. And I think one of my biggest regrets was taking that advice from these people, because I don't care what anyone says. Books are still awesome. I still read books. I read them like every night. I love books. And yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna write a book one day. and whether I go to school for it or not, I'm still gonna write a book one day. And right now I am majoring in communications, which is basically like, I don't even know how to explain it to you, just look it up. It's communications. So yeah, it's just a bunch of, my life is always going in a million directions. What do you do to make your hair look so pretty and healthy? Shower and I dye my hair. I don't really do anything crazy special. I used to like do a lot of like treatments like coconut oil and this and that, but lately I haven't really been taking care of my hair so much, so thank you. I'm glad that it looks shiny to you. It's alright to me. It's just black. And yeah, I use L'Oreal like triple repair shampoo, which is awesome. I think that really helps. It really helps to like repair damage and stuff like that, so I like that shampoo right now. And yeah, I basically just blow dry it sometimes and nothing special. How do you get promoters like you have? How do you get makeup lines to send you things? Do you sign up somewhere? No, there's not like some magical YouTube portal where you sign up and people are like sending you stuff. Basically I have my contact information places, and if people want me to review their things, they will contact me and send it to me. It's just part of my job, I guess. It's part of the whole YouTube thing. It comes with the territory. Like, companies are going to want to send you stuff. If you're making good content and they like what you are making, they're going to want to know your opinion on something. And I just wanted to put like a small disclaimer in here. I will never, ever, ever on this channel, I promise you, I will never review any makeup item or whatever item I get sent or whatever that I do not love. I mean, I'm not gonna not review it. I will never give you a good review on something that I don't love. I will never tell you that this thing works or this thing looks so good or blah 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 just to make a company happy or whatever. I will never do that to you guys. I promise that I will always be truthful and honest, because that's all I can be. It's who I am. It's my personality. I'm a little bit too truthful sometimes, but I think that's a good thing because people need to know straight up what things really are like, and I'm gonna be the first person to tell you that this sucks or this is amazing. And yeah, that's what you're gonna get here on this channel. So if that's what you want to see, then you're in the right place. How did you and James meet? Well, if you want to know the real story about how me and James met, I'll make it short and simple. Friend of a friend, knew him since I was younger. We didn't like each other and saw each other at a couple parties, whatever, mutual gatherings. Didn't like each other when we were younger. As we got older, we got back into contact and we just realized that we're meant for each other, I guess. That's as simple as I can put it, and that's the honest to God truth. And yeah, I love him. He is amazing.